Hello, beautiful humans. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. I am wishing you all a most embodied, self awareness filled, self love filled, pleasure and joy filled, connected to yourself, authentic filled 2023 possible. So thanks for being here. I have not been on my usual schedule here, so I'm sorry for that. I had family in town and it was just a little bit crazy, but I'm back. And today, what I want to talk about is something that I have been talking about a little bit on social media, and that is how, as women, we come into ourselves with a idea about our sexuality that is coming from the outside, right? So we form into ourselves as heterosexual beings as a given because that is really what we are exposed to. Absolutely, there are women that have the wherewithal and are exposed in whatever ways that they are, where they are able to connect to their attraction to women earlier and they come out in their teen years or in college. A lot of us are not wired to connect when we have those feelings. We're not wired to connect to really understand what they mean, or we disconnect from understanding what they mean so that we don't disappoint people and we just do what is expected of us. And this is how we are socialized. This is part of compulsory heterosexuality. So a lot of women that get in touch with me have identified as bisexual for, you know, as like a new awareness. And what that new awareness is I've been heterosexual because that's what the outside world told me. And when I had male attention, it felt really good because I felt like I was worthy and valuable. And that's what society told me I should want. And that is what will make me valuable and worthy in society. So yes, I have some men who are into me and attracted to me, and this way I can like do the thing and get on the conveyor belt and get married and have kids and do all the things I'm supposed to do as a woman in the world. Yet all of these feelings that they're having about wanting to do that are coming from really the systems of oppression that have been created by the patriarchy, that are in the air we breathe, in the water we drink. It's everywhere, right? From the minute you're born, it's everywhere. And so you're doing these things because it's what you were told to do. Even just as I said, like it's just in the air. You see everybody else doing it, so you just hop on and do the same thing. And you don't really know that there is anything else until you begin to feel attraction to women. And when you start to feel that in a way that rises to consciousness, right? Because it's quite possible that yours does not rise to consciousness. In fact, I just was having memories of myself in high school when I was about 15, 16, having a huge amount of traction to a girl in my grade who was very like Sinead O'Connor like. And I was so nervous around her, I couldn't even speak. I would sweat. My knees went weak. Like I literally couldn't think of anything to say. I got like choked up around her because I was so, so attracted to her, but I didn't even know what that meant, right? Like I didn't know what those feelings meant. I just thought there was something wrong with me. So later in life, you're coming to have some of those feelings and you're allowing them to come to consciousness. And when you do that, you then go to your husband or your partner that you've been with for a long time and you let them know that you're bisexual. Again, you're bisexual because you were conditioned to be heterosexual. And so now, because you were attracted to men because that's just what you were from the beginning of time, the fact that you're now attracted to women is how you come to the bisexual identity. Now, whether or not you're actually attracted to men is questionable. And many of the women I speak with are not attracted to men. They're married to men. They care a great deal about their spouse. They are not attracted to them. I'm not saying all. There absolutely are women that are, that there's a whole spectrum of bisexuality. You might be more attracted to men and a little bit attracted to women, or you might be really attracted to women, but have a little attraction to men. and anywhere along that. What I'm speaking to are women who were disconnected from their feelings of attraction earlier in life. They just had no idea that they even existed. And then they start to arise later in life. They then identify as bisexual. And then as time goes by, they come to realize, wait, actually, I'm not bisexual. I'm a lesbian. I'm gay. And I can't tell you how many women I keep hearing from this same story. And I mean, this was my story, although I never identified as bisexual. I went from having only been with men my entire life to meeting a woman and knowing without a doubt that I was gay because I never had those kind of feelings before in all the ways, romantic, emotional intimacy, and attraction that I had when I met my first partner. So, for those of you that are just in the stage of coming out to your husband as bisexual, I hear from a lot of women who are there and they're a little bit surprised by their husband's reactions or their partner's reactions, which is really not much of a reaction. Their reaction is like, okay, and for so many men, because, women having sex with one another has become sort of eye candy for men. It's something that turns them on. So for many men, when you come out and you say you're bisexual, it actually doesn't send off any alarm bells for them. And in fact, a lot of them are kind of turned on by that idea. And they think maybe, well, this gives them something to fantasize about. Maybe you'll go out and have relationships with women or sex with women and come home and tell them about it. Maybe you'll invite a woman into the bedroom. Maybe you'll want to have a threesome. Maybe you'll let them watch. This is what is going through their mind when you come out to them and tell them that you're bisexual. Most men, not all men, most men. So if you're feeling like I came out to my husband as bisexual, he didn't seem to flinch, this is probably why. Because for him, he's seeing this as something additional for him. He's not seeing this as any kind of a threat, for the relationship. It's not until you tell your male partner that you're actually not bisexual, but you're gay, that then you get more of an emotional reaction of hurt or anger or sadness and loss, whatever it is. The bisexual, which feels huge for you because you're admitting this attraction to women, for men, they really have I have not heard a single story of a man having any kind of a reaction to somebody saying that they're bisexual. They're fine with it. It's more for them to think about, more for them to enjoy. So, I'm just laying this all out there because, I know many of you don't know where you are on this spectrum and you are in search of yourself. And I encourage you to continue to look for yourself and figure this out, figure out how you want to include your, woman-loving woman energy in your life. And I also want to give a little bit of, just put some light on how many women come to identify as bisexual and why. And that their heterosexuality, which was their original identity, was not necessarily an embodied authentic energy for them from day one because it came from external forces. Whereas your attraction to women is not coming from any external forces. It is coming from inside of you. So this can be kind of subtle and nuanced. And I don't know if you have any questions for me, please just email me back here. Let me know. I'd love to answer your questions. And just starting the year with, just a little bit more education about how women are kind of robbed of their power and of knowing themselves from the minute we're born. And honestly, like men too. I mean, I have to say most men, are also robbed of this. They just are not given a chance. And this also affects gay men and, queer people in general. And it's really all the weaponry behind the systems of oppression from the patriarchy. So that is my share for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I look forward to checking in with you very soon.